everyone, Ryan Young, Kama Jiu-Jitsu, and I hope you're doing well. So Ray Eli, who's one of our, I assume he's a YouTube subscriber, but he's also a Patreon member as well, asked that we do a video on being a good training partner. We call that, in the judo sense, we call that an uke. It's U-K-E. An uke is just basically your training dummy. You have what's called a compliant uke. So a compliant uke is one who is there for you to execute your technique on, but is not really resisting. And then you have a resistant uke, one who is making you work to get whatever technique you're doing down. Yeah, having been doing this for almost 30 years now, I've come across some good ukes, some good training partners, and some bad ones. For instance, what's an example of a bad uke? A bad uke is somebody who you're trying to learn how to do an armbar, for instance, and from the guard. Let's use from the guard, armbar from the guard. And while you're trying to do it, he's keeping his elbows tight and not letting you get the arm extended so you can make your move and finish it and try it again. And it's just not compliant, really, and his body is not moving in such a way to allow you to go through the motions, right? Because in order to learn something like that, your body has to go through the correct motions. If he's restricting you every step of the way, then you're not going to be able to get your body in motion so you can build that muscle memory, so your body can then move in that correct way, because he's always restricting you. That's an example of a bad training partner. Right? Then it's like, why am I wasting my time with you? Because you're not letting me do it. But a lot of it is so easy to fix. You know, a lot of times your training partner just doesn't know. Maybe he's just naturally tight in that way. He's just protecting himself, and he can't quite get into the mode of giving it to you and releasing it. So all you gotta do is kind of tap him in the arm and, hey, you know what? Loosen up for me, loosen up. You might have seen Dave or Hickson. I know they do that when they're teaching a lot of times. Is when they're showing something, you know, they want to make sure you're loose. So they'll grab your arms and they'll kind of shake your arms, you know, kind of get you to kind of, yeah, here, loosen up, shaking up. So the same thing with your, and that really is an uke. So if you look at when Hickson demonstrates something or when Dave demonstrates something, he has an uke, a training partner, and that partner is allowing him to move in a certain way so he can teach everyone. When you think about your instructor, when he's teaching a technique, he needs to find a compliant uke so he can demonstrate the technique. If the uke doesn't show or doesn't release, then it's not going to happen. Sometimes, here's a funny story. There was a really good guy based out of Hawaii, and a particular Gracie had visited another school and was trying to teach them how to pass guard. So he was, he pulled up that training partner who was about his size and says, okay, let me kind of show you guys what I'm trying to do. And he goes and does the pass, right? Let me show you again. Let me do it again. And did a few times and said, okay, do you understand it? Yes. Okay. So he then tells the uke, all right, don't let me pass, right? So that he can then do it to show what it's like in real time. So told the guy, don't let me pass. Anyway, this guy was so good. This Gracie couldn't pass his guard. It took him a long time. And from what I understand, eventually this Gracie did pass his guard. But it probably took about 10 minutes to get done. And they were training by then. It was no longer a demonstration for the benefit of the rest of the class. It was a training session. And when he finally passed this guy's guard, he choked the crap out of him and made him tap like 3 times to make him let go. It was pretty bad. It was kind of in poor taste for the instructor to do that. But, you know, jiu-jitsu is full of egos. So, you know, when you tell the guy, don't let me pass, he's going to do his best to not let you pass. And it just so happened, his guard was phenomenal. So yeah, you know, I'd have just gone, you know, just stop at a certain way. Okay, you know what? Your guard is really good, okay? Loosen up a little bit. Let me kind of go through this. Just give me a little bit of resistance and I'll go. And then slowly dial it up. But then realize that this guy's got a really good guard and maybe you should pull him aside, even though he's a blue belt, and work with him and try to figure out what he's doing that's working so well to make your guard pass better. But, you know, I digress. Yeah, being a good training partner is essential. You need to find yourself a good training partner, because if you don't have a good training partner, you will not get good, right? Or get better. Get good doesn't work, right? Anyway, you will not get better if you don't have a good training partner. At the same time, it also helps if you're a good training partner to somebody else as well, right? Let's say you're just trying to work on something, right? And then, you know, remember that one? Hey, bro, let's go light. Yeah, let's go light. And then all of a sudden, when you guys do this, all of a sudden, it's like, and he's all over you. And you're like, whoa, 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 I thought we were going light, right? Oh, yeah, we are going light. Yeah, why are you breathing heavy and why are you sweating like a pig, right? Not a good training partner. Especially when you're both cold and, you know, you can get torn and all that, muscle tears. The most important part about jiu-jitsu is because you cannot really do it on your own. Other than mental visualization, you can't practice on your own with jiu-jitsu. You need a body to train with. Training is not necessarily learning, right? Training is when you're executing what you have learned. A lot of us mistake training and training more with learning. No, you're typically not getting better during your training. You're getting better during your drilling with your training partners. So that's why training partners are so important. So if you're having trouble with a training partner, just try explaining to him what you would like them to do to help you. And if they're not willing to do it, just say, you know what, I'm done, and go find somebody else. Because life is short, time is short. You know, we don't have a lot of time to work on this stuff because we've got life that we've got to deal with. So finding a good training partner is super important. And if you find one, set some time aside to meet with them at another time outside of class so you can go over stuff with them. Anyway, hope that helps. Be sure to subscribe, be sure to like, and also check out our Patreon channel. If there's anything you want to check out in the links below, you can help the channel out that way as well. Anyway, thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and happy training. Bye-bye now.